Unclear motivations, forced drama, and inconsistent character behavior are all problems most of the new characters in Season 2 suffer from, and Arvo encompasses all of these things far too well. Jane being the surprise antagonist for the finale of the game is probably more contrived than Arvo shooting Clem. It doesn't even feel like she was meant to be a surprise antagonist because nothing foreshadows it. Jane is actually one of the worst written characters in the game. Her characterization is all over the place. She tells Clementine that emotional ties hold you back, but then cries about her dead sister. She implies Rebecca should abandon her baby, but then gets upset when Rebecca mentions her dead sister. She tells Clementine that she can't come with her when she leaves the group, but then not only does she come back to be with Clem, she lies about the baby being dead so she can kill Kenny and have Clementine to herself. She apparently cares about Clementine, but can demonstrate that she's unwilling to risk her own life to save her. She talks about how it doesn't feel right to kill a man who didn't do anything wrong to her when she helps the group in the gunfight, but then antagonizes and lies to Kenny, a man who did nothing wrong to her, so she can kill him. She tells Clementine that she's better off on her own, but then tries to manipulate Clementine into going with her, contradicting her own advice. In her ending, when the choice to let the family in comes up, if you let the timer run out, Jane surprisingly lets the family in. You would think this is a moment of Jane being selfless for once, but in the ending where you turn the family away, she says that she wasn't sure if she could turn them away after looking at the kid, but is glad that you did turn them away. So what this actually means is that she didn't want to live with the guilt of a child potentially dying by denying them shelter, and would rather have Clementine be responsible for that if it were to happen instead. Wow. And this isn't even the first time she does something like this. If you let the timer run out on the choice to rob Arvo, Jane surprisingly lets him go, but blames Clementine for Rebecca not getting the meds that she needs.
That's relief to Rebecca's suffering walking out that door because you couldn't make a choice. That's on you.
What a fucking bitch. Why doesn't she just rob Arvo anyway? It's what she wants to do. Does she really need an 11-year-old's approval that much? On top of all of this, in her ending, she has the audacity to judge Clementine for watching Kenny kill Carver if she did.
I don't know how you were able to watch that.
Considering what you just did to get Clementine to go with you, you have no right to judge her for that. Really though, Jane has no consistent character. She acts however the plot needs her to act, and the only thing consistent about her is her Darwinist mentality. But even that gets thrown out the window when she goes from threatening Arvo to defending him from Kenny and complaining about Kenny slapping Arvo's shit, and how she's willing to die to keep up her lie about the baby being dead. Carver and Jane both have something in common in that they both try to influence Clementine with their survivalist mentality, but how they go about it is different. Carver sees Clementine as a strong leader type, whereas Jane encourages her to be a lone wolf like her, even though she wants Clementine to herself. The amount of alone time we spend with Jane in episodes 4 and 5, along with how the game wants you to pick her over Kenny in the final choice, makes it very clear that the developers favored her, and I have to wonder why this is. I said in my episode 4 review that I didn't hate Jane despite what she does in episode 5, but at that time I had only read about the Jane endings and not actually seen them for myself. I was forced to watch and work with footage of the Jane endings in order to do my episode 5 review, and after seeing the Jane endings for myself, I can safely say that I do hate Jane now. But really, even without what she does in the ending, she's not a good character. She's an inconsistent hypocrite, a Mary Sue, and very obviously a creator's pet.